American exec went there and seduced somebody or something. And oh, wait, we're live. Hang on a second.
Yes,
Let me
we,
do this.
we went live in the middle of your last sentence.
Yeah, so nobody knows exactly what I was talking about. Hang on one second. Brought to you by DMRHosting.com. Unlimited data storage, unlimited data transfer, antivirus, and spam protection, along with 24/7, 365 support via chat or phone. Get started today with a 30-day free trial at DMRHosting.com. Good morning, everybody. It's Monday, as you can tell. Everybody has difficulties in the morning on Mondays. This morning, I don't have a specific cup to share with you, but I do have a Diet Coke.
Oh boy, and I forgot to
So,
make my coffee. I am so sorry. I have a bottle of rubbing alcohol here, wintergreen, but that's not the children. Do not drink rub. People in general do not drink rubbing alcohol. I do
actually,
have water here.
oh,
Yes,
good.
so I have water. Okay.
Wintergreen, is that a lot like spearmint or
I don't know. I've never tasted it
schnapps?
because you should not drink rubbing alcohol. Uh, we must really question me as a person, though, in that I looked over here and I saw the rubbing alcohol, but did not notice the water, which is completely safe to drink.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know what? I don't blame you for looking around and having alcohol being the first thing that captures your eye. Because
I'm a comedian. I'm a
yeah,
comedian. I saw the
that's
joke first.
exactly that's where I was going with this.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And by the way, whoever did your voiceover for the opening of the show is just marvelous. I mean, that person right there is just so talented. I get goosebumps listening to that voice.
Well, he's looking for work. So
Good morning, Daniel.
good morning, sir. How was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. My weekend was pretty good. I got a new toy. Yeah, the only difference between men and boys is the cost of their toys. And I got a new toy that shoots lasers that actually burns things. And so yeah, I've been burning things all
Oh,
weekend.
so you've unpacked it and found room for it, did you?
I got I had to go and had to go buy another toy, a workbench, in order to put it on, and then clean out the garage and put the workbench together and put the laser etcher on there. And so yeah, I've been playing around with that and making some things. I actually got some acrylic and made one of my daughter's a pair of earrings. It's I'm not actually holding it. This is supposed to be how big they are. I don't know why I feel it was important to share that detail, but I made some earrings and she looked at them. She said, "Oh, those are cute. Thank you." And then
Well,
put them up. So
I just picture this idea of getting a splinter in your ear uh, because your dad made you something, and
actually,
how
I made them out of acrylic. So this thing can cut acrylic also. So these, yeah, they won't cause splinters. I can't, well, they won't cause splinters and they're safe. They're actually safe to use. But I designed another pair for another daughter and she saw those and said, "Oh, I like those." I said, "You like those? That's not the reaction you gave with the others." She said, "Well, those are cute, but they're not really my style. These I like. So if I make you some of these, you'll wear them." So I mean,
well,
it's really nice. Just the cuts that you can do with it, just the precision, the tiny cuts. There, it's just
so
I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this.
can you engrave in acrylic and not just cut through it, or
You can, you can. It it's readable. and I'm still experimenting with that to see exactly how to set the power in order to uh, make that defined line. Because sometimes when you carve it out, I mean, you have a single block, but you want to delineate um, a section of it, and so you'll just want to etch. And yeah, it's you can do that.
Can you make those square 3D bubble images in like a block of it? You've
Square
never seen
3D,
those?
you'd have to send me a. You can carve out pieces and put them together. So, I mean, anything you can, as long as the piece is not too big for the machine, hey, you can carve it out and make it. Are you looking for something to show me?
Yes, actually, I am.
Okay. The rest of the world, just wait on us while we figure this out. Um,
Somewhere. And then
uh, so is it kind of like the Russian doll, but boxes?
mm, not exactly like that.
Oh, okay. So what is that? Is that an etched image inside the acrylic?
Yes, yes. Whatever it is, laser that makes this will go to different depths on the inside of the acrylic and make a bubble, which is what you
Yeah,
see, and then
yeah,
the darkness is what you see through, and the concentrations of the bubble will make it either white or less white. And so
yeah,
when you look into it, it looks like a three-dimensional hologram, but and then you can spin it around and see it from the side and
yeah.
whatnot.
That is neat. No, mine doesn't do that. Uh, it's matter of fact, mine will shoot right through clear and not affect it at all. It needs something opaque to bounce off of.
Hmm.
That's a different type of laser, and I've learned this since I've been doing this. The machine is actually called a CNC machine, and computer numeric code, I believe, is what CNC stands for. And routers do it. They have machines that do it with like utility knives. Of course, lasers do it, and there's a whole gamut of. We must look that up and make sure I use that word correctly. A whole entire gamut of machinery and devices that do this. So it just creativity can abound. I don't think that's what you asked me to come on here to talk about, though.
No, but it's a pretty interesting topic. I mean, we've gotten 8 minutes out of it so far. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, and anybody who's interested, especially in the lasers, certainly you want to invest in eye protection. You want to get eye protection that uh, uh, and not the 98 cent shades. Just your sunglasses aren't going to work. You need a uh, uh, a set of laser goggles that have an optical density rating that will absorb that light. Because what it is the laser puts out one frequency of light, and that can really damage your optic nerves. So just since we went so far as to say how fun they are, I think that it's important to give the safety briefing also, because I don't want anybody to that doggone bill, now I can't see. No, I'll give you the safety briefing also. So
Well,
look at if you're interested in it, make sure you do your research. Look at the the frequency, how many nanometers per second the light travels at, because red, blue, green, they all travel at different frequencies, and you need a different color lens, and depending on the power of the laser, a different optical density, so it'll cut um, cut that laser. For example, my laser is a blue laser, and when I put those goggles on, I cannot see blue at all. I can see a bunch of orange, so I know where the laser's hitting, and I can look straight at it, but I do not see blue at all.
Well, that's
None
awesome.
of it is completely awesome. It is like the things when we were kids that were just in cartoons, you know.
And
Yeah,
people still get in trouble for shining laser lights at airplanes. Um, I've seen that they've gotten really good at finding those people
now,
and getting it
okay,
arrested.
is that
I,
an urban legend that the laser can go that far from one of those levels?
no, no, actually, it's not. It's not an urban legend at all. The lasers have been made incredibly powerful. And if you're watching, you can ask us any kind of questions. Right now, we're talking about lasers and CNC cutters and just about anything right now. Apparently,
Which was not the plan, but
no.
we're
And we
on
lost our
this.
one viewer. So, you don't have to comment on that. You could comment on anything right now. It's apparently Open Mic Monday.
If you want to know what we were supposed to be talking about, you can ask that question too. Unless you're watching the recording, then you got to text one of us if you know our numbers. They're
Yes,
super
because
secret. Yeah,
unless you ask, we're not going to tell you.
right. So I'm gonna have some water
But
or
yeah,
some.
it's definitely the lasers these days that you can buy are powerful enough to get up there and mess with the vision of pilots, and
Oh, wow.
it does do enough damage that the police will go out and hunt you down uh, for doing that. So
Well, and I can see how it would be easy to hunt you down. I mean, because a laser, uh, for the most part, unless we're talking about, we're getting on the quantum level, which, and I understand quantum mechanics because I'm a big fan of Quantum Leap and I watch it. And so since I've listened to the explanations, I understand quantum, any and everything.
well, awesome.
Uh, so unless you're measuring at the quantum level, that beam is going to be a straight line.
Mhm.
So I say it's a straight line the same way that the speed of light is 146,000 miles per second, I believe it is.
As far as we can tell, yeah,
Yeah,
that may change.
in a vacuum though, it's slower, not in a vacuum. So
See, now here's something that interests me about that is that um, we use those calculations and we assume that it's in a vacuum when we judge the destination of one star to our home planet, and we use that to roughly average out how many light years away something can be. But we don't take into consideration the different gases and nebulas that may be in between that light and here and how it may have affected it coming from one place to another. I'm going to assume that light shined through something is going to slow down and, for lack of a better word, diversify and shoot off and scatter in different
diffuse.
directions. Diffuse, yeah. And I'm also going to assume that if it's slowed down at any point from one side to the other, that it will continue at that slowed down point, which would mean that it's no
No,
longer traveling at the highest speed of light and then reaches
it's
a
no
point.
longer traveling at its full potential. It is, however, still traveling at the speed of light.
Well, it'll always be traveling at the speed of light because it's not
because it's
sound.
light.
Yeah.
You know, just like I always move at the speed of Bill, even now.
Hmm.
You know, I'm Bill at rest.
And did you know that the planet circles the sun, and the sun itself is actually moving through our galaxy itself is moving through the universe, right? Because of Big Bang and everything else. So
You left one out. Did you further know that the planet is circling the sun? The planet is circling the sun. Planet is rotating.
Mhm.
No, the moon is circling the planet, a satellite.
Mhm.
The planet is circling the sun. The moon is tidally locked, so I don't think the moon is rotating. Right. So, but the planet is rotating, which is causing, in effect, a rotation of the moon with respect to the sun, because it's kind of like the Earth is whipping the moon around.
Yeah, but
Okay,
it's not
kind of like
spinning like a
a
gear.
party favor. Kind of like a party favor. So the Earth is rotating. The Earth is spinning and then rotating around the sun, kind of like rolling on its Hot Wheel track around the solar system. Um, and so then the solar system is spinning through the galaxy, and the galaxy is spinning through the universe. And that is pretty much we have reached the outer borders of my ability to comprehend, because I'm not sure whether or not the multiverse is or the omniverse. Okay, multiverse would be different dimensions. Okay, and we're getting into Marvel
No.
now.
But here's my point though that I was trying to get to
Oh,
with
there was a
that.
point.
Yes. With you and I moving at the speed of ourselves,
Yes,
2 seconds from now and 2 seconds ago, even though we did not move from our chairs, we are in different positions
we are.
in space and time simply because. And we got another viewer back. If you have any questions, you can ask Bill any question you like. It's open mic Monday. Stop by. Wow, that was quick. I got to quit asking them to ask questions and just let them be. I'm trying to
Um,
get interactive, but the point is that we are not in the same space and time that we were moments ago.
right.
So if somebody was to invent a time machine um, and go back 3 seconds in time to where I was at that time, they might be down the street or in a different county.
Oh, no, 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 no. You would be you you'd be stuck in outer space because we're moving that fast. Uh,
And it's my, you know what, okay, so we're moving that fast, but it's my contention that people in the future who are trying to time travel don't understand why they're not having success because they keep dumping people out in space.
hmm, hmm. Well, if they're that smart, you know what though, Daniel? Um, I think that if somebody has the wherewithal to uh, travel back in time, then they've also accounted for, because you're not traveling in time, you're traveling in space time. So when you take into account space, you'll go back to the where as well as the when you were.
I don't think so.
And that's
People
fine. That's fine.
people that assume that time travel is possible also assume that everything is happening concurrently. But when they draw a picture of it for you to understand how it's all happening concurrently at the same time, everything is happening right now, including what happened yesterday, today, and tomorrow. It's all happening right now. They what they do is they draw this parallel lines and then kind of go diagonally to a specific point.
Okay.
And I don't understand. I don't understand why you would have to go from diagonally from one space time uh, to another space time that happened in the past if everything is happening now, unless there's movement.
Well, see,
And that
see, this is why I watch Quantum Leap, because they explain this. It's like a
but
string, which is why they call it string theory. Okay. Because it's happening concurrently, but it's not happening concurrently because everything is basically just, just flashed. And it's chaos. Okay. So you've got to watch Jurassic Park because Jeff Goldblum explains this. Okay. Chaos theory, and so that's a great primer. Jurassic Park is a great primer to get introduced into chaos theory. So when you understand chaos theory, which I do because I watched Jurassic Park, and you add that to string theory, which I understand because I watched Quantum Leap, and I'm watching the new version also, and also taking into consideration transporter theory, because I've seen, I've watched Star Trek. So when you take into account that, because transporter theory also takes into account the speed at which the universe is moving. So all of these things together, you have to put all this science together, and you'll understand that although things are happening, there you go, at the same time, okay. And I follow Neil deGrasse Tyson's Twitter feed also. So I got this. All right. It's like a ball of string, and at any given time, depending on how the string is falling upon itself, 2 points in time do intersect. And so you simply have to jump from one point of the same string to another point in the same string, and you'll emerge either in the future or in the past. There he goes, Uncle Neil. Okay. Uh,
I'm not sure he's more successful than his brother Mike.
Mike DeGrasse.
Mike Tyson. They're half brothers.
It took me.
Same,
I got it.
same mother.
Okay. You know what? And I listening to them speak, I kind of got the feeling they were related. I just, because you can hear it if you close your eyes. And I've done this. I've closed my eyes, and I really can't tell if I'm listening to one or the other if you close your eyes. So,
Except for the fact that someone is misquoting Shakespeare and the other is talking string theory.
well, yeah, that's why you got to close your eyes.
Do you remember the quote? Mike Tyson's quote?
No. Is it sick for work?
It is. It is.
I don't remember his Shakespeare quote. I
his
remember
Shakespeare's quote is,
everybody has a plan till they get punched in the face.
yeah, that was a good one. That wasn't Shakespeare, but he said Shakespeare once said, "To be or not to be, I guess it wasn't meant to be."
uh, he got the first part right.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, but to simplify, time travel. If you take a piece of paper and fold it in half, you take a pin and you poke it through the paper. Those are 2 points in time. that you've connected through that pin. That's basically time travel for that's preschool time travel. So I believe that anyone who has done the calculations to send someone back in time uh, will also send someone back in space, because you cannot have space. You cannot account for time without accounting for space. It's space time. The two are tied. Uh, they can't be untied. They're entangled. Uh, so that's that.
So are
Everybody
we
who's watched this, you can go take the test and get your PhD now.
are we all entangled in a big ball of string?
Now the string is metaphorical, but we all are entangled, unless we've never come in contact with one another. You're not entangled with any particle that you've never interacted with. So if you've never interacted with a particle, you're not entangled with that particle. But any particle that you have interacted with at any point in history, or for that matter, the future, you are entangled with that particle.
See. Actually, I don't see, but that's okay because I hardly understand anything.
Oh, I don't either. I just talk.
Did you know that Bill Nye, the science guy, actually has an engineering degree?
I wouldn't doubt it. He's the science guy.
Did you know that what is his name? Ivan Dragov, the actor dude. John Claude? No, not John Claude.
No, not John Paul. Not
The other
Jean-Claude
one.
Van Damme. Yeah, not Vin Diesel. Doggone, now we're naming everybody in the Expendables. Just go through the Expendables cast.
Um,
Drago, if he dies, he dies. Oh, gun it.
yes, yes.
Yeah, I know Drago. Yeah, he's very intelligent. Not
Yeah.
that anybody else is not.
No,
You
no,
know,
no. But he's got more degrees than Bill Nye, the science guy.
really.
Yes,
Okay.
he's quite a science dude.
Yeah, I remember reading that. Um, uh, and come on, let's see here. Dolph Lundgren.
That's the one.
That
That's
is
the
the
one.
one. That
You
not to
beat
be
me to it.
confused with David Hasselhoff.
No, but there we go. Now we got a better background. What's going on?
Okay. you still you still have on the Mario hat.
Well, yeah. That's because I'm just playing games here. Is what I'm doing, having fun.
Okay. All right.
So,
All right. Um, but yeah,
electronic time.
Dolph Lundgren, yeah, he is very highly educated.
Yeah. Very smart man. Can't pick a good role, but he's a very smart man.
Yeah, I think Drago. I think he did Drago really well.
Will break you.
Yeah. Because I couldn't stand him, which is the
Yeah,
mark of a good performance. I believed it.
yeah. Also, believed that Rocky was much taller than he is. So, I mean, way
Well,
to
it's
go,
camera
effects
people.
people. The
It's
visual
camera.
effects on that is incredible. So, it's just awesome.
It's absolutely awesome.
And what's going on with the Rock these days? Have you been watching the interviews for
Black
Black
Adam.
Adam? Yeah,
I have not seen any interviews with Black Adam, but
uh,
I am looking forward to seeing that.
Rock the Dwayne Johnson is a very tall person,
He
and
is.
yes, he's a very tall person. However, everybody who went to the premiere to interview him is an ex NBA player, and makes him look like Stallone or Schwarzenegger. I mean, they make him look tiny.
I thought
Um,
Schwarzenegger was over 6 feet.
maybe.
Okay.
Didn't seem much taller than Lucille Ball when he was on that show.
Ah, was he sitting down?
No, he was walking and
Well, are you
pretending to
sure
be a
Lucille
Spanish
Ball wasn't
masseuse.
6 feet tall?
Well, not at that time. She was at that age when you start shrinking.
Ah, okay,
It was the
okay,
Lucy show.
okay.
We have gone so far from where we were going to talk about. Yeah, this was, I think, the last show that was named after her. Her and Vivian Vance and that other dude. Yes, that guy. Um,
Right.
they
Yes,
were,
yes, yes.
they were all seriously old, and Arnold Schwarzenegger was supposed to play a Spanish masseuse, and his
Really?
accent was horrible.
Well, if he'd have been an Austrian masseuse, then he'd have been right on.
Yeah, but they didn't cast him as that.
Oh, well, okay. All right.
Apparently, when you're
When you're
sorry, trying to chew bubble gum and talk at the same time,
okay.
impossible to do. Um, when you're again stumbling. What was I saying?
Apparently, when you're and you got that far, so but we were talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger being cast as a Spanish masseuse,
Oh, sorry.
which led you into that thought.
Yeah.
Oh, this is young Arnie. This is Conan Arnie.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Um, I mean, and I believed you, and congratulations for finding that so fast. Okay.
Yeah, his name is Rico in this.
His name is okay. You gotta love 19 late 70s, early 80s casting decisions.
Yeah.
74.
Not quite as racy as it seems. Pick up
Yeah.
your clothes.
I mean, I'm sure it gave Desi palpitations, you know.
I'm sure he planned the whole thing. You know. But what about that house coat? That was awesome.
That was an awesome house coat.
Yes, yes. I haven't seen anything like that since I walked in the kitchen. That's where I keep my
Okay.
house coats, by the way.
So, um,
Well, and with that, I think we've taken enough of the internet's time for now. So, folks, if you have any questions about this, please leave them in the comments. And Bill, thank you for being here. Hadn't
yeah,
talked to you in a while.
I think the only question we'll get is why. You know, today I would, you know, we were planning to speak on uh, uh, directing, on film directing and acting in a film, which you are directing, and it's Monday, and just next time I come on, don't ask me what I did over the weekend, and, and we'll be fine. But I would like to come
Oh,
back and speak on that, you know, and my thoughts and experiences with that. Um, but
if this is your first time reacting to me derailing a conversation, welcome to the newly initiated. I do it all the time.
and I
And
just go along with it.
we have these conversations that just kind of get derailed and we get off topic and normally there's a half dozen people that are looking at us. But
Trying not to. It's
yeah, trying to bring us
any work
back,
in progress.
rein us back in. But Bill, we will definitely have you back, and we will talk about the subject matter and get into the ins and outs of correcting yourself, the pitfalls that people might run into for um, directing themselves, how to avoid them, and maybe even have a few recommendations for reading or viewing. So,
There
but
we go.
that's going to end it for today, and make it a great day.